Well, great evening. I wanted to ask the Tarot, how are we going to get out of this Epstein thing? And what I'm getting is really controversial. The outside influence is an agreement when it comes to those of wealth about a victory when it comes to the world. Victory when it comes to the world, or a victory for their world. What's driving all of it is about control. That underlying thing about control, underlying being driven by this mentality about choices made in life when it comes to this Trump trying to get away with this stuff, okay? So, what we have the readings about, this message about some information that's being blocked, a new action. Now, I don't know if this is an action by Bondi or some other woman that's taking an action, because the energy coming into it is wanting to move mentally to a better place when it comes to the White House, because they're not liking the pedophilia drama, okay? So something's going to happen with that, and I think this is pretty telling. The next thing we have that's going to take place is a message about an action when it comes to Justice Department perhaps, what's being offered up, and it will come rapidly. So some sort of a development that's going to take place. So the challenge is this abuse of power or controlling against a loss when it comes to Ghislaine, the evidence, and being pushed to the edge. Okay? So feeling that there is a loss coming, controlling, wanting to control a loss, potential outcome. Now this is what's disturbing. Figuring out the next action when it comes to total repression, overturning, and a death. Now when I get total repression and a death, and overturning it, I don't think it's just something that's going to just end. That looks more like possibly a death, a genuine death, okay? A genuine death. This wanting to control the mental thing, choices being made when it comes to the takeaway in Trump, with him trying to get away with it. So if we look at this, let me get these out of the way. Again, the message, wanting to get to someplace better. Message about an action, the abuse of power, and figuring out the next move. Wanting to stop this, permanently put it to rest. We've got the death and this action, an action. The center of it, what's being offered up, something by the Justice Department moving rapidly. Not liking that Ghislaine is holding on to this this information. The White House is offering up its push to the edge and facing a loss with what's being offered up by the pedophilia drama. Okay? So it doesn't like what's coming. There's a new action offered when it comes to the White House and the pedophilia, trying to block it, moving forward rapidly. And Bondi doesn't like what's coming from the justice, from courts. Okay? So when it comes to Ghislaine offering up this overturning of this, facing a loss, feeling pushed to the edge rapidly because of the information she's holding on to, we have this taking it out. And because of the justice, we have this death, this ending, and offering up this overturning. So again, when we get to these, potentially what's coming, this presents a lot of questions. Is it a permanent, like what happened with Epstein? Not that she's going to commit suicide, but some reason, somehow, she's taken out. So let's go ahead and pull these, and we'll do a clarifying read and see if it's going to give us a little bit more. But that is, that potential outcome. Doesn't mean absolutely it's going to happen. I'm reading the energy of the moment, but the energy of the moment, the direction it's pointing is that some way they want to permanently overturn this and end it, okay? Permanent. The information she's got is too explosive. Okay, so let's see what we have. The center of it all, a manipulation. Gee, why is that not surprising? A manipulation based on the desires, what's being sold, because you don't like what's coming. On one side of it, we have something hidden to temper it with a new action, a hidden action to temper it. A manipulation because it doesn't like what's coming. So what's he selling? The other side of it, overturning. Secret overturning based on his desires, what's being offered up. And moving this forward. And it's based on his delusion. Okay? The delusion. Delusional desire. A judgment. What's hidden is some judgment being made about a manipulation to overturn. Okay? It's action. Action, new action. We've got a club and a sword. The new action. Information. What's the action? Because of something with justice. Don't like the harvest that's coming. The manipulation is death. Death. Could be some movement coming out. The Justice Department may be wanting to actually get to things when it comes to what's being birthed, what's coming out, and the wheel is turning. So his delusion, what he's offering up, is the manipulation of death because he doesn't like what's coming. Okay? It's getting too hot. Behind the judgment, a secret judgment to temper it, a new action, and the information given. Offering up to overturn it, going forward when it comes to justice and the harvest. Okay? So getting rid of somebody. Are they getting rid of Trump because it's getting too close, or getting rid of Ghislaine? Is somebody going out permanently? Message. The nightmare. When it comes to the world, being mentally restricted. When it comes to what's being birthed. And it's a tower moment. Message about an action. About the White House. Strength. When it comes to the pedophilia, the past, and bringing an end. Okay? The swords are out. So like I said, that reading is bringing more questions than answers. Is somebody going to be taken out? Is that the direction this is going? Now the question is it Ghislaine that's going to magically be taken out, or is it Trump? It could be either. Now I'm not predicting, saying that definitely one of them's going to be murdered or whatever. I'm just reading the energy of the moment and the direction that it looks like it's going. Okay? And so on that note, I'll leave that here. But yeah, it's bringing up more questions than answers, I think. How are we going to get out of this? It looks like something massive is going to take place. Don't ask me when. Everything is in flux. So, people keep asking me, well, when? I want a date. Well, I can't give you a date. I can't give you a time. The universe is in flux. We have free will. People can change their mind on something. And when you're reading the energy of the moment. It could change in the next 2 minutes. So on that note, I'll leave that here. We'll see you online.